What's up, y'all? It's Cecil West, Beyond the Harmony, beyondtheharmony.com, back again with a very special Decoding the Double Glock. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite topics that we ever speak about. It's the night Notorious Thugs was recorded, and today what we're going to do is try to break down and decode who exactly is in the Notorious Thugs photos. Now, there's a bunch of different photos, and some of them have less people than other of the photos, but today we're going to be breaking down the big one, the army of thugs, the army of notorious bad boy members. And so that's the one we're going to go with. I had to do a lot of research to pull this all together and make it happen, but I'm very happy to say that we figured out who most of the people in this photo are, and we're going to go ahead, let's jump right in and let's start decoding them right now. So the first thing I want to talk about is the location where this was actually recorded. You know, if we look inside Life After Death, it says that it was recorded at Daddy's House Studio in NYC. And this is even something that we may believe after we look at this Lazy Bone interview where he talks about landing in NYC and hooking up with them and recording in the studio. However, if we check out the interview from Bizzy Bone on Jam TV, this is what he had to say about where they were at.
So I hop in the car and shit, I get in the limo. I got Capo in the limo with me. He was the only one that was with me at the time. So we was in LA together. He got into a little bit of trouble at home. I had to bring him out there with me.
And this is something also backed up by Steve LaBelle in his interview with DJ Mustard on Blurred Culture. He talks about them recording at the record plant in LA.
But I was in the Ramada Inn on Santa Monica Boulevard. So I just called everybody, found them, they started rolling into the record plant.
So I also wanted to take the time and I reached out to the record plant myself and asked them if this is indeed what had happened and where they recorded at least Bone's part of Notorious Thugs. And the record plant did confirm, and they also let us know that it happened in studio SSL3. Here's a floor plan of that studio just so you can see how big it was and what they were working with. So to be fair to Lazy, I will say that every interview I've ever seen or ever read talks about how much weed and liquor was in the room and how messed up everybody was.
After about 45 minutes of Biggie and me getting high and drinking.
Big had cases of Cristal, cases of Hennessy, pounds of weed. I'm like, oh, nothing's gonna get done.
Man, I just remember walking in and we go in and, you know, Big had it all set out. We saw the liquor and stuff and, you know, we dove right in and we did too much. We actually passed out.
And even Lazy himself recalls being in the limo when it was time for him to record. So you can see where little details over 25 years may have got a little messed up being that faded. So now that we know where this happened, let's talk about who's in the picture. I started by taking care of everyone I know, which was Archie Blaine, Soulja Boy, Manensky, Puffy, Tony Tone, Crazy Bone, Ken Dog, Mo Hart, Tombstone, Boogie Night, Steve LaBelle, Flesh and Bone, Lazy Bone, Bizzy Bone, Biggie, and Lil C's. I also thought this may be BG Knockout, but I wasn't 100% sure, and I only assumed that this is Stevie J, but again, I needed some sort of confirmation. So this is where the Beyond the Harmony alumni comes in, and I first reached out to Mo Hart and just asked him to confirm my list and give me a couple of the names that I didn't know. This is what Mo Hart had to say.
On the left-hand side, the four dots, I don't know who the two are in the far back, but the third dot is Stevie J. The fourth dot is Cat Cody, original Mo Thug member. And then the three dots on the right, the first dot is BG Knockout.
So unfortunately the audio of Mo Hart did get cut off, but almost simultaneously Archie Blaine was hitting me back and not only confirmed the list, but gave me the one that got cut off in the audio, which was Gates from the Graveyard Shift. So now I only have a few names left, and Archie and Mo Hart have no idea, and I even take the time to hit up Tony Tone and he didn't know either. This made me assume they had to be members of Bad Boy. So I start Googling Junior Mafia because I only figured they were there with the Mo Thugs as well. and I kept seeing his face in these Junior Mafia pictures, and I took the time to Google every single member of the Junior Mafia by name, but none of them looked like him. So from there I hit Instagram, and the page Junior Mafia fan page, looking for someone who might have tagged him in a picture. With a little searching, I finally find a tag for Invisible Bully. So I hit that page, and I see they've also posted the Notorious Thug's photo, and I know I'm onto something here. So back to Google, I look the brand Invisible Bully up, and I'm searching for a founder, and I find that he's not a Junior Mafia member, but instead longtime Bad Boy associate and Biggie's best friend, Damon D-Rock Butler, located on the right-hand side. One more down. So 2 left, and these may be the hardest because they're partially blocked by Stevie J and Manensky. I know Archie, Tony Tone, and Mo Hart had no idea, but because they were throwing up the fist, I thought maybe they're still a Mo Thug affiliate. So I hit up Jazz from Too True and told her my theory, but she said they definitely were not Mo Thug, but BG Knockout and Manensky had their own crews there, and they may have been with them. I did hit up BG, Manensky, Busy Bone, D-Rock, and Soulja Boy trying to find the answer, but I didn't get a response from any of them on this. Unfortunately, this one got me, and I was unable to confirm who they are. There's lots of theories to go on, and I know someone may say it was Capo, but don't forget what Busy Bone said about Capo being there.
As we walk up the steps and get into the studio, immediately I noticed Capo got on a Tupac shirt. So when he walked in, Lil C's immediately zeroes in. C's and Capo, they just keep looking at each other. It got to the point to where it was beginning to be so intense between them two that I had to send Capo in the limo. I just gave him a bunch of money. I'm like, go kick it, don't do nothing stupid. Go kick it, bring the limo back in 3-4 hours.
This could be any number of people, and we always hear about how many people were in the studio because both teams were so heavy.
The studio had to be about 60, 70 niggas in there.
Who do you think it is? Give me your guesses and theories in the comments below, and let's all work together and try to find out these last 2 people in the most notorious Bone Thug photo of all time. Does some of you wonder where Wishbone was? Well, check out what Steve Lobel had to say.
And Wishbone, who was Biggie's man, wasn't here, he was in Cleveland.
And I got one more for you. Who the hell is this guy? He just pops up out of nowhere. Well, Mo Hart had the answer. He said that it was their homie V-Loke from Cleveland. So that further tells you that those guys in the back could be anybody. On behalf of Beyond the Harmony, beyondtheharmony.com, my name is Cecil West, and this was the decoding of the Notorious Thug's photo. Make sure you drop your comments below and let us know what you think, and we will catch you on the next one.
Beyond the harmony for the fans we celebrate. Uploading the videos every Thursday, so join.